Hey guys, on the same note, I wanted to share something very, very valuable. I just met a friend of mine a couple of days ago. He's a close friend from high school. We used to be very, very similar people. And now, after we came to college, we grew into our individuality a bit more and became more of a different person. But at the core, we're still very similar. And we were just discussing our plans for next year, a couple of years, what you want to do, what you want it to happen, um, basically what we just see coming in our lives, and what it is that we want to get out of it. And I couldn't help but admire so deeply what this guy is about to do. So check this. My friend is about to take a bicycle ride from New York to California. Okay, straight out raw, not using much money, nothing, just a bicycle and him, a journal and a backpack. Fucking crazy and amazing at the same time. He's gonna do it over 4 or 5 months, and hardcore people do it like over 2 months, I believe, 1 month and a half, because people have done this before. So I just saw how he's planning about it. He got a little bike. He's going about looking at forums to see a little bit, getting a little bit idea on what people have to expect from it, what to be ready for, etc. And he invited to me to go, and the only thing that interested me to actually consider, because it's a very long time to take out of my career, was the meditation camps, which take only about 2 to 3 weeks. Right? There's a 10-day meditation center where you basically wake up 5 a.m. in the morning and meditate all day. It's really hardcore, but is known to have a permanent boost in your clarity, which sounds fucking badass to me, and I want to go to that. So let's see how that turns out. But my point of sharing this is that I realize, first of all, a friend like that is rare. Okay, I don't have a lot of friends like that who's that present. Okay, he doesn't use a lot of technology. He hasn't has a computer for a while. He barely uses his phone. He only turns the service on when he's in the city in New York, and most of the year it's just off because everybody he needs to be around is next to him. It's really amazing the way he performs his life, and he's able to do that because he's very artsy. He's into music. Music is his passion. He's into flow toys and dance and things of that nature, where you don't really need to be calling appointments all day. And it I really started to kind of see, like, how can I bring some of that presence into my life, no matter how structured it is. Okay, because at this moment my life is very structured, right? What am I doing for a living? I'm a salesman. I have appointments hour to hour. If I'm late 20 minutes here or late 20 minutes there, it can make a drastic effect on the whole day, compared to somebody who's embarking on a journey like that, where time is in some ways non-existent, right? When you go, let's say you take a bike and go off to a freaking direction, California from New York, time doesn't really exist. You're not counting down how many hours you've been riding, how many pedal rides, anything of that sort. You just setting up on a direction, and that's it. Anything life brings upon your path, you'll take. You'll be a part of it. It's beautiful. It's like that saying Alan Watts said. Something. It's like a dance. In dancing, while you're dancing, your objective is not to get from point A to point B on the dance floor. You're dancing because you're just in the flow and enjoying in the move. Okay, so that's a bit like dancing. There's no objective to get out. Just going adventure. That's it. It's beautiful. To bring some of that, I thought, here is something anybody, no matter what occupation you have, you can do this to bring more presence in your life. Now that phrase gets thrown out a lot, thrown around a lot. You gotta be in the moment, you gotta be in the present. And I feel like many people who say that don't really practice what they preach, because of just just their actions I see. For me, this is what it means. Being present just means being more conscious about how it feels to be in your body. So Two people could do the same exact walk. I could walk to the store in the same way, same route, same everything, same temperature, same wind, and come back. One of them being very present, the other one being completely out of my mind, literally. Okay, so what do I mean? Normally, this is how most people are. They would go somewhere and you're just always thinking about the place you're going to, what are you going to say when you're getting there, or think about something else, like something else from the, earlier on in the day, that guy said something to you and what you should have said back to when the argument, whatever it is, even if it's not negative, just think about something that you're not there, okay? Your body's moving in that direction, but you're not there. That's how you get to some place, and you're just like, oh shit, I'm already here, like usually to work, someplace you've been going on for years. Anyways, for me, being present is the opposite of that. So what that would look like is, let's say I get out and I'm going to go to the store. As soon as I get out, I start walking that direction and I feel the steps, the unflatness of the surface of our ground, of the earth. It's, the floors are not completely flat. You feel that. You feel the strides of your hips, and of course the breathing. You feel the air. You feel if the air going in is cold or normal with your body temperature, or is it warmer. Right now it's freaking cold, obviously. In and out, your gaze at everything, color, brightness, everything as a whole. You just take it, hold the experience in, and you're just there, taking it all in while you're walking to your destination. That, for me, is what is being in the present means, right? You're completely feeling how it feels to be in your body at that very moment, all right? And this is something you could do in any occupation. I could do it in my salesman career. I choose the GPS, which direction I want to walk in to go to the appointment, and then I just breathe in and take in the whole earth, whole nature that I'm around. Now, do you have to be like this all the time? Of course not, because that's impossible, pretty much. In this society, it's impossible to be present at all times. But I believe it's very important to have the skill, because it is a skill to be able to be present, okay? When things get rough and tough and you're just having a bad day, you can always bring it back to the breath and be present and take the next step in neutral. Get it? This is different than trying to be positive and changing your perspective. This is just neutralizing anything. Yes, I might have just had a bad contact with somebody. I stepped out of the house. After I think of that, get over it, and then I start walking towards, it could be a neutral walk. I could be present and just taking in the air, breathing how the air feels entering my lungs, and breathing and how it feels going out. And it's neutral. There's no judgment in the present. It's a beautiful thing that anybody can bring. It's just your choice. And if it's hard to do so, I would invite anybody to meditate. And once you start meditating, it's pretty easy, to get the concept of how to be in the present. But being able to integrate that with daily life very frequently is a whole another level, and it's much easier said than done. I hope this opens some people's eyes to a new way to really enjoy life and be not too serious, even though you're in a very grind mode. Okay? Lastly, I want to say something, but I'm not sure if it's personal or if other people can relate. And that is that with everything I said with being present, no matter what you're doing, if it's in line with who you are, at least to a bit. If it's completely out of line, you gotta fix that. You gotta get to a point where you have to love what you do a bit. I'm now selling insurance. I'm enjoying it more than anything I've done before to make money. since it is a bit in line with me, I can use presence to dwell a bit more inside and feel my drive. Okay, some people call this fire. It's the reason I'm out there at 9 o'clock going to the last appointment, even though the last 9 were no sales and no shows. It's the reason why I'm doing this 7 days a week, because it's accompanied by the larger vision as well as my want to get to the things that I want to get. It's a drive. You can feel that as well using presence, and it feels fucking great. Alright, give it a shot, guys. Peace.